Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce.
Hey guys, Pouncy here. Get your ears ready to rumble!
Pouncy House. We pounce and then we bounce. Good morning, guys. Pouncy here. So before I start my day, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about... Sorry, I have a lozenge in my mouth. That would be the Zinc lozenges. They're really good. So if you want to go out and get them. I think I got this in Whole Foods. There's Zinc lozenges with vitamin C. No, I think I got them in Sprouts. But any health food store would have them. Anyway, I take them just to keep your immune system high, blah, blah. But anyway, this video is not about this. This video is about...
Doggies. Hello.
Yeah, you see him? He's
The handsome little boy.
So, Bruno, my little puppy, is starting therapy school in a couple weeks. And this video is specifically about, and I don't want this taken out of context, because I don't have children. But if I did have children, I wouldn't want someone telling me how to raise my kid, nor would I ever tell someone how to raise their child. So it's the same way with an animal. It's kind of like, you kind of walk on a little bit of, eggshells. You don't want to, because people get defensive and all that good stuff. So this came to fruition this morning. However, I've experienced it several times and saw it several times. And what this is about is people who walk their dogs, or dog parks, but let's just take dog parks out of the situation. Let's just talk about walking your dog. They tend to walk the dog for themselves. And what I mean by that is when they take their dog for a walk, it's their time. The dog is wanting to go out and enjoy its life. And whether you have a yard or don't have a yard, it doesn't matter. When you go out into the real world and they want to sniff and smell, it's kind of like a newspaper. They want to read, because that's how they read, is with their nose. They want to know what's going on. And, animals are extremely intelligent, and they follow more of their body language of other dogs. They sniff each other to get information. And so when they walk along where your neighborhood or wherever you're walking them, they're picking up all the information. And people pull their dog. Now, I can see if your dog is getting into something, that they shouldn't be getting into, that you're like, oh, that's gross, or you're protecting them. This is not about that. This is about very specific when you're walking your dog. Remember that this is not your walk. It's their walk. And if it is your walk and their walk for exercise or whatever the reason is, you have to take into consideration that there's a compromise, just like there is in a relationship. You compromise with your dog to let your dog smell something if they want to. Or if the dog is passing by and it's not like going to bite another dog, if it's friendly... Yes, boo, I know. Let it communicate with that other dog. When I'm walking, Bruno will stop, and he will stop before anything's around. I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't know, why are we stopping, honey? You're not seeing anything. There's no dog. And then all of a sudden, 20 seconds pass and somebody comes out of the woodwork. And I'm like, whoa, that's weird. It's like, animals are really like that sixth sense. They know, okay, we hear you. Talking while I'm talking. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it is, to me, I find it to be imperative that people get this, because dogs have, all animals, but I'm just focusing on dogs today, have emotions. They feel sadness. They feel happiness. Well, they feel sad because most of the time humans will either make them feel sad by maybe abusing them or treating them wrong or using them as a, let's say, like there's some kind of like, I don't know, attachment of they're not like, they don't look at them as humans. And that doesn't work well with me because I think all beings should be treated equally, including plants. But I'm not going to get into all that because they're living beings. And believe it or not, your life will flourish when you actually recognize that and you take that in consideration and you appreciate and you're grateful towards that. But so this morning I'm walking and he sees this cute poodle. Poodle was not, doing anything. And this woman's walking him close to her side. And I understand about training and I understand that you don't want your dog going cuckoo crazy, jumping on another dog. But you need to break those habits by also allowing your dog to sniff another dog. So if Bruno goes over to sniff some other dog, and he's another friendly dog, I'll let him do it. I don't care if he's going through therapy school. Look. Oh, my little love. Why are you so cute? You're the cutest boy in the whole world. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I think he's so adorable and so innocent and pure. So if they're walking and they want to smell, I'm no Caesar Milan, and Caesar Milan might completely disagree with me and whatever. To any trainer that disagrees with me, that's on them. I am a medium. I do angel communication. Some of you know that. And I also, when you can connect to higher realms and ascended masters, it's like a cakewalk to connect to a spirit of an animal. And to people who've passed over, but that's another whole thing. This is more, you connect to an animal and you can pick up what they want to do. And it's wrong to not allow them to do what you would do. What if you were walking down the street and your significant other or something said, don't say hi to him or her, or da-da-da. You might build resentment after a while over that and say, wow, this person's trying to tell me what to do. We all have to think about those things. Do we want to be overly controlled? Does that make sense? So even if you're training your dog, you can easily say, okay, like I would say to Bruno, you can smell him or her, the dog, or smell whatever it is. And then once he's done, you say, okay, we're done. And then he listens. Right, Boo?
Hate to listen to Mama all the time. You a Mama listener? You tell Mama all the time I know what I'm doing.
He's so smart. And he's smart, and he's not even 2 years old yet. And he's like, this is why I want to bring him into hospitals and nursing homes. And I want children to have their heart filled up with love, and him being one of the contributors to that, because I think that's an important thing to do in life. And what better way to share love in the world is with I love him more than anything in the world. That's it. So I think about him and I think about his feelings. So that's what people need to do, is just think about your dog's feelings and say, well, he wants to go on a walk. He's really excited. Well, he's excited because he's going to go out and read the newspaper. He's going to see what's going on in his neighborhood. And so it's only fair for us to think about that and not be selfish or controlling, where you say, if he wants to smell another dog, let him smell. Unless he's ferocious and he's going to bite the other dog's head off, that's different. That means that you need to put that dog through some serious training. However, if they're just wanting to, say hello to each other, it's wrong for us to say no to that, because that's taking away from their life. Does that make sense? And their life matters just as much as your life. And that's how I see it. I will do anything for him, and he's just as important as I am. And that's the way it will always be. So when I take him out for a walk, I allow him to enjoy himself. I don't pull him. Now, of course, if he's hanging out long, and you're like, come on, Bruno. But for the most part, I let him do what he wants. This is his walk. And if with a basset hound, they follow their nose. So if it's a 20-minute walk that turns into a 40-minute walk, well, we're not walking for 40 minutes, we're only walking for 20 because he's busy smelling. I let him do it because I'm a grown adult. When I come home, I work out. I'll do whatever I need to do to get myself physically fit. But his walk is for him. And I just think people should realize that. This morning I ran into a woman where he wanted to say hello to their poodle, and she pretty much was like, oh no. She gets too upset and too overly where I can't control her on the leash and la la la. And I was just like, shh, then why get a big dog? If you don't have the strength to handle a poodle, which is to me a medium to average size. This wasn't a gigantic poodle. But if you got to get a little tiny chihuahua if you can't handle their weight, their body weight. I mean, I have a difficult time sometimes dealing with Bruno's body weight because he's pretty strong.
So you're strong, boo. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Cute little creature.
So anyway, I hope I made sense here. Pouncy's out, and just remember that all animals have emotions. They deserve the same respect and love that you would give another human or what you would want for yourself. Right, Boo? He's just so cute. And when you're walking them, just remember it's their walk. And if you're both walking together for exercise, allow them compromise and allow them to smell. Allow them to say hello to another dog walking by. This is their world. And you're interfering in their world by controlling it and wanting them to do what you want. So that means that they're just an accessory when you feel like it. So hopefully some people out there get this. Some people might be hateful, but I'm just kind of shooting from the hip. If it's not you, then don't take it personal. If there's some of these things that you say, hey, you know what, maybe I can change a little bit. I haven't always been exactly the way I am right now. I learned by paying attention. I learned by connecting to my pet and really paying attention to his needs, and all my pets that I've had in the past wants and needs. So Pouncy's out. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Peace.
We pounce and then we bounce.
Don't forget to like Pouncy's video
And subscribe!